Okay, I'm finally going to try my hand at growing a climbing rose, and this one is called a climbing Don Juan. And I never really found the perfect Gothic rose until now. When I read this, deep velvety red blooms atop dark green glossy foliage. That sounds like my type of rose, and it sounds very Gothic, even though I was looking for a black rose, but those don't exist, and the closest one that can get to it is a darker red than this, but this one is good enough, and red is a very Gothic color anyway. So they had two different types. So this one I paid $14.98 at Home Depot, but they also had another one for $9. But I got this one because it says premium quality grade A, and the other one did not. And because this is my first time doing this, might as well get something better for a few dollars more, and maybe it'll grow better than the other one. And they do need a lot of water when they're going through the growing phase, but as soon as they get established, they can tolerate drought a little bit better, and they do need a lot of sun, 6+ hours every day. And I need to find the perfect spot for this. And as a bonus, it says strong fragrance, and I'm all for that. And it does grow 8 to 12 feet, and it's ideal for fence or trellis. And I'm going to plant it next to an ugly double link chain fence. I did look at a few YouTube videos to see if it's easy, and a lot of them say that kind of hard, but I don't know. So I finally found this YouTube channel, and the name of this video is what you see on the screen there. The name of the channel is Country Style Living Home and Garden, and the name of the video is 3 Super Simple Tips for Growing No Fuss Roses for Beginners plus Unboxing Climbing Roses. She made me feel so much better. She made me feel that I could do this and that it's nothing out of this world. And the way she explained it, just very basic versus the other ones where they get very technical. Maybe it is true. Maybe you have to do it in a very special, careful way. But since I'm not an expert, I'll just do it the way I know how to do it and the way that video explained. And then also the good thing about this, it comes with the instructions there, and you can't go wrong with that. Okay, this is the spot where I'm going to be planting this Don Juan climbing rose, and I'm going to plant it as close as possible to the fence. And the plan with this climbing rose is to cover as much of that double link chain fence as I could, and hopefully I can cover a lot of it. And not only am I going to cover this ugly fence, but this climbing rose will give me some much needed privacy. Today's Christmas Day, and here in Los Angeles, we're having a glorious 85-degree Fahrenheit weather, and it's just perfect to do some Christmas gardening. I hope you all had a great Gothmas, Christmas, Creepmas, Xmas, however you guys celebrate it, spookily or cheerfully. Okay, I'm going to start digging right now. I forgot to mention that when you go to Home Depot, this is what you're going to be sold. It's just the pot and the bare stems. I'm not sure what you call the part of the rose. Is it the trunk? I'm not sure. And it's already kind of blooming there, as you could see. So this is what I'm going to be using to mix the soil with. It's garden soil, it's all purpose, and this is for in-ground use, which is what I'm doing. And I'm also going to add some rice to the mixture. According to what a coworker told me, it's good to add rice to the soil because that will nourish the plant. It's all sugar. But I'm going to add the rice to the top part of the soil. At least that's what I've been doing when I've planted some other plants. And I got this one from Home Depot as well. Okay, so I finished digging the hole and I did it slightly deeper than what the actual size of the pot that the rose came in. And also right now, because we've been having rain in LA, the soil is very soft and I had no problem digging. It was really fast and easy, and that's always a big plus. See, I could fit the pot in there. And what I'm going to be doing, which is what I saw on a few YouTube videos, I'm going to put, when I plant the rose, I'm going to slightly slant it where I'm going to be planting it so it'll be against the fence. So like that, when it starts to uh, branch out, it'll go up to the fence. I've mixed the soil that I bought from Home Depot with regular soil from the garden, and I'm going to get ready to plant the Don Juan rose. I finished covering it with soil and I've added the rice to the top level of the soil, so when I water it, the rice is going to melt slowly into the roots. Okay, I had to take a little breather because somebody came for their daily meal. So I thought I would show you guys that. Okay, I'm pretty much done planting this, and I was like leaving like a little opening and surround the opening with dirt so like that the water can retain and go straight down to the root. And I've kind of stepped on the remaining soil to flatten it and to really hopefully get any air pockets. I think I may have left some in there just because it was really hard the way I planted this. It's really against the fence, and it was really hard. Hopefully there's no air pockets, we'll see. I got interrupted again because Sir Brom here likes to be watched while he eats, and I have to just kind of sit down with him and make sure he feels safe while he eats. And I'm just glad that he drank some water, and I did add water initially to this food. He drank enough water, then I drained it, and now it's just basically moist food. Brom. No, Brom, no. Brom. No, Brom. And now for the finishing touch, I'm going to give it a good soak. And as I mentioned earlier, a growing rose requires constant watering because the soil needs to remain moist. However, once it's well established, it will require less water and will tolerate heat much better, since it already needs 6 hours plus of sunlight every day anyway. And I'm using this water can with a pointy tip, so like that I don't waste any water and the water gets to where it needs to get to, which are the roots, since water is such a valuable resource nowadays. Okay guys, I'm just about done watering this rose bush, or this climbing rose. Okay, here's this rose bush that I mentioned earlier, It's been established really well in this area. It was already here when I moved into the house. It's going to start blooming at some point. And look at the leaves. I love that purplish looking color. And again, this is a rose that I hardly ever water, but it seems like it's doing really well. It's winter, it's Christmas, but it looks pretty healthy, and I can't wait to see it bloom again. And as you see, it doesn't require a lot of maintenance. But maybe also it has to do with it being in a shadier area, but we'll see. I'm going to test out that Don Juan climbing rose to see how much maintenance it needs when it comes to water. Okay, so that's it.